just tell me about coming down here. What are you expecting?
Well, I only live a few miles from here. This is the Wedge neighborhood. It is a great neighborhood, and I am just filled with sorrow that this Minnesotan was shot and killed while he was just trying to help somebody who fell on the ice. I want to be here in solidarity with all of my neighbors, and I'm going to bring some flowers. And there's a lot of work that we have to do to get ice out of Minnesota and to completely stop them and their operations, which are just so dangerous.
I was reading the governor's statement and the president's statement
Yes.
about a phone call they had.
Yep.
Does that leave you hopeful?
Well, I spoke with the governor just a little while ago, and he is hopeful that this is the beginning of a wind down, but it is only also the beginning of accountability for what happened here, because getting ice out of Minnesota is the first and most important step, but there has to be accountability for what has happened to people.
People keep asking me, how the feeling of grief in this community for the past few weeks, and I keep telling them it's not just the past 2 weeks. This goes back
That's
6
right.
years.
Yes.
So tell me about that, and why does this seem to keep happening here?
I've been thinking a lot about that when Renee Good was killed by ICE agents, as you know. Renee Good was killed not far from here. Alex Pretti, the murder of George Floyd, was in this same part of South Minneapolis. Annunciation Church, which is where that terrible shooting happened, is about 30 blocks to the south. And of course, the awful assassination of Melissa Hortman, our dear Speaker Emerita, and her husband. So there has been a lot of violence, a lot of political violence in this state. And but what I am just focused on is how Minnesotans have been so strong, so resilient. The resistance here has been so strong and determined and almost entirely peaceful, and that makes me really proud.
I saw a couple of senators on the Republican side have already kind of come out questioning this, calling
Yes.
for deeper investigations.
Yes.
Do you see a pathway for more Republicans on the other side of the aisle in the Senate to come forward and stand up against this?
I hope so. This should not be at all about what party you're in. It should be about whether you are a patriot and whether you are really prepared to stand up for the fundamental rule of law, which has been just smashed here in Minnesota. I spoke with some of my Republican colleagues yesterday, and I know they're very disturbed by what they see happening here. However, the question is whether they're going to have the courage to stand up, or are they going to continue to collaborate with this administration.
Senator
Thank
Smith,
you.
so
Thank you
much.
very much.